Okay, so we've overcome task paralysis. We have figured out how to overcome our lack of motivation, but we're still struggling to get across the finish line. How do we finish what we start? Well, one of the roadblocks to finishing what we start is fear. And do you experience this? Whether it's the fear of failure or the fear of the unknown or the fear of it not being perfect. Fear can stop us from getting across to that finish line. We're like, well, what if they think what if they think I'm a loser? What if they think I'm an idiot? What if it's not good enough? In that sense, it's easier to just not finish, because if we don't finish, then we can't be judged. And if we can't be judged, then hey, we're in our safe space. And I know that there's always the motivation is to push yourself, I know you're afraid, but do it anyway. And while that's ideal, that's very hard for those of us that have been pushed down for years and years and years because we don't feel good enough, because we don't think that what we have to offer is good enough. And it's if we go all the way back to our childhood, even our most well-meaning of parents, they would have told us, hey, you can always strive to be better, right? Even if what you're doing, yeah, I got a B plus. Well, hey, maybe next time in school you bring home an A minus. It's this type of encouragement that ends up leaving us going, well, if I can always do better, then I'm never good enough. I'm never going to be okay, and nothing that I ever do will ever measure up. So let's scrap that. Let's take all of that. Let's peel all those layers off, and let's operate from a standpoint of, yeah, finishing what we start, it's going to be scary. It could be scary. And by any stretch of the imagination, it could actually be better. I might finish the thing and it might actually be able to be better. But if we operate from that standpoint of that we're going to be cool with ourselves, that what we do is going to be good enough, and we're going to be okay with that as we journey forth, then that may help us to get past that fear roadblock of not being able to finish what we start. Yes, it might be scary. I'm going to feel that fear. That fear just means that I'm alive, and it just means that I care. I'm going to take that energy and I'm going to apply it to the very specific tasks that I'm working on. The one thing, I'm just going to focus on this one thing, and eventually, through repetition over time, we will complete what we start.